Have you ever noticed that moment when someone's energy completely shifts, not in an obvious traumatic way, but in that subtle, final way that feels like a door quietly closing forever? When a Sigma male goes silent, it's exactly like that. Psychologists highlight an intriguing observation. While most people use silence as a weapon or a strategy, for Sigma males, it's more like a final verdict. By the time you notice their silence, they've already gone through an entire process you never saw coming. Think about water freezing. The temperature drops degree by degree with no visible change. Then suddenly, in what seems like an instant, everything solidifies. That's how a Sigma male's silence works. By the time you notice it, the change has already happened. This isn't about the silent treatment or emotional manipulation. It's about something deeper, a fundamental shift that happens when a Sigma male has reached a point of no return. Jordan Peterson, renowned psychologist and author, explains, some forms of silence aren't about communication at all. They're about final decisions already made. Let's explore 7 things that happen when a Sigma goes silent, and why, by the time you notice this silence, it's already too late to change what's coming. 1. Mental bridges have been burned. In psychology, there's a fascinating concept called the threshold of irreversibility, that moment when the mind shifts from considering options to executing decisions. For Sigma males, this threshold comes with a unique finality that few others understand. Think about how bridges burn in your mind. It's not loud or dramatic. There's no external flame, no visible smoke. Instead, it's that quiet moment when you look at a situation or relationship and realize something fundamental has shifted inside you. The mental pathway that once connected you to someone or something simply disappears. Marcus Aurelius wrote something profound about this. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Sigma males take this further. They don't seek revenge at all. Instead, they mentally step away so completely that the very possibility of future connection vanishes. This isn't about anger or emotional reactions. The mental bridges burn with the cold precision of a business decision. Connections that once seemed essential become optional, then unnecessary, then non-existent. By the time others notice something's different, these pathways have already been erased. Most telling is what happens after. While others might try to rebuild connections or re-establish old patterns, the Sigma male knows something they don't. Some bridges, once burned in the mind, can never be rebuilt, not because of spite or grudges, but because the very foundation that held them has ceased to exist. When a mind as deliberate as a Sigma's closes a door, it doesn't just lock it, it removes the door entirely. 2. The respect is gone. There's a tipping point in how we view others, a moment when respect, once lost, transforms into something that can never be regained. For Sigma males, this shift isn't just about disappointment, it's about seeing someone's true nature with complete clarity. Bruce Lee said it best, "Knowledge will give you power, but character will give you respect." Once a Sigma male sees through someone's character, no amount of talent, success, or charm can rebuild that lost respect. This loss of respect isn't about anger or judgment. It's more like finally seeing through an illusion, the mentor whose wisdom turns out to be borrowed quotes, the friend whose loyalty was just convenience, the partner whose strength was all facade. Once the curtain drops, it can't be raised again. What makes this truly final is how Sigma males process this realization. They don't announce it. They don't try to expose others or prove their points. The respect simply evaporates, leaving behind a void that no explanations or promises can fill. This is clearly reflected in their actions. The energy changes, the investment stops, and the benefit of the doubt once given freely disappears completely, not with drama or declaration, but with a quiet finality that others often mistake for simple distance. For a Sigma, respect isn't just about admiring someone's achievements, it's about trusting their essence. And once that trust dissolves, no surface-level changes can ever restore it. When a Sigma male goes silent, the untold reality. Have you ever noticed that moment when someone's energy subtly shifts? It's not in a dramatic, obvious way, but in a quiet, resolute manner, like a door closing softly, forever. When a Sigma male goes silent, it's exactly like that. This isn't the kind of silence that comes as a fleeting reaction or an emotional outburst. No, this is something far deeper. Psychologists often observe that most people use silence as a strategy, perhaps as a weapon in conflicts or as a way to manipulate outcomes. But for Sigma males, silence carries a different weight. It's a verdict, a conclusion, a finality. By the time you notice their silence, they've already gone through an entire process, quiet, internal, and irreversible. Imagine water freezing. The temperature drops, degree by degree, with no visible change. Then, in an instant, the surface solidifies and everything shifts. That's how the silence of a Sigma male works. When it happens, it's not about emotional manipulation or passive aggression. It's about a deep, fundamental shift that signals he's reached the point of no return. Renowned psychologist Jordan Peterson once said, "Some forms of silence aren't about communication, they're about decisions already made." This is the core of the Sigma male's quiet withdrawal. Let's explore the stages of what happens when a Sigma male goes silent, and why, by the time you notice, it's already too late to change what's coming. 1. Mental bridges are burned. In psychology, there's a concept called the threshold of irreversibility, the moment when the mind shifts from weighing options to executing decisions. For Sigma males, this threshold comes with a unique finality. Imagine a bridge in your mind connecting you to someone, a relationship, a situation, or even an idea. When a Sigma male burns that bridge, it doesn't happen with dramatic explosions or visible smoke. It's quiet, internal, deliberate. The connection that once seemed essential becomes unnecessary, then non-existent. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." For the Sigma, revenge isn't even on the table. They don't lash out. They simply let go. When the bridge burns, it's not about anger or hurt. It's about clarity. By the time anyone notices the change, the mental pathway has already disappeared. What's most striking is the aftermath. While others might scramble to rebuild the connection, the Sigma male doesn't even see the bridge anymore. The door isn't just locked, it's removed entirely. 2. Respect is gone. Respect is the foundation of any meaningful connection, but for Sigma males, there's a tipping point, a moment when respect, once lost, transforms into something irreparable. Bruce Lee once said, "Knowledge will give you power, but character will give you respect." For Sigmas, respect isn't tied to someone's achievements or external successes. It's rooted in their character. When they see through someone's true nature, whether it's disloyalty, manipulation, or lack of integrity, the illusion shatters. This shift isn't about judgment or resentment. It's like finally seeing the strings behind a puppet show. The Sigma male doesn't announce this realization. He doesn't argue or try to expose anyone. The respect simply evaporates, leaving behind a quiet void that can never be filled. 3. Peace matters more than explanations. People often mistake silence as an invitation to explain, defend, or negotiate. But for the Sigma male, silence isn't about opening a conversation, it's about closing one. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, wrote, The greatest power we have is the power to walk away from things that threaten our peace of mind. For a Sigma, peace isn't just the absence of conflict, it's the presence of clarity. When others notice a Sigma male's silence, they often try to force closure. They send long messages, demand explanations, and seek to fix things. What they fail to understand is that his silence isn't about withholding answers. It's about protecting his mental space. The Sigma knows that some situations don't need resolution. They need distance. His peace matters more than any justification could provide, and he finds clarity in walking away without the need to explain himself. 4. His decision is final. Most people make decisions that can be reversed, negotiated, or swayed. But for a Sigma male, when a decision is made, it's as final as a mathematical proof. Aristotle said, "Excellence is not an act, but a habit." Similarly, the Sigma's decision-making process isn't impulsive. It's a habit of careful observation, analysis, and understanding. By the time he reaches his conclusion, he's already weighed every possibility, given countless chances, and seen every pattern. Attempts to change his mind, guilt trips, promises, bargaining, are futile. His decision isn't the start of a negotiation, it's the end of one he's been having internally for months. 5. The exit strategy is already in motion. When a Sigma male goes silent, it's not a sudden reaction. It's the final step in a carefully calculated process. Sun Tzu, the master strategist, said, "Every battle is won before it is fought." The Sigma applies this principle not to battles, but to relationships and situations that have reached their breaking point. By the time others notice his silence, he's already untangling himself from toxic connections, creating new pathways, and shifting his energy elsewhere. The silence isn't just a withdrawal, it's the execution of a plan that's been quietly in motion. 6. Emotional detachment is complete. Have you ever noticed how it feels more final when someone stops caring than when they're angry? For Sigma males, emotional detachment is the ultimate endgame. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you that matters, but how you choose to feel about it." When a Sigma detaches, it's not about revenge or punishment, it's about self-preservation. The care that once burned brightly is replaced by a cold neutrality. Conversations become surface level, interactions feel distant, and the emotional investment is gone. This isn't a temporary phase, it's a permanent shift. 7. He sees through the games. The moment a Sigma male sees through someone's manipulations, there's no going back. It's like understanding a magic trick. Once you know how it's done, the illusion is broken forever. Robert Greene wrote, "See things for what they are, not what you wish them to be." For the Sigma, this clarity isn't just about seeing through lies. It's about recognizing patterns of behavior that no longer deserve his energy. Manipulators, guilt trippers, and users find themselves powerless. The Sigma's silence becomes their greatest challenge because it reflects his ultimate realization. He's done playing the game. Closing thoughts. When a Sigma male goes silent, it's not an act of aggression, it's an act of clarity. It's a shift that reflects deep introspection and a final decision to prioritize peace, respect, and authenticity. If this resonated with you, subscribe to our channel for more insights into the Sigma personality. Don't forget to like the video and share your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, stay strong and keep evolving.